Welcome back.
Ayo!
Yay!
We've been waiting for this.
Very excited.
All right, if you are joining us, hop on, say hello. Let me get an inhale, exhale from you all.
Can I get let's see. Oh, yep, we are live.
Live, okay. All right, there's everybody. Let's see. Comment, say hello. We are so excited about this. I feel like this has been 3 weeks of waiting for this. Mm-hmm. Hello. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Lexi.
I'm glad you read it, Lexi. I know you were hesitant. Hi, Sarah. Here we go. Y'all ruined me. Good. Happy to be your winner. Okay.
Melissa.
Hello.
I'm so happy people are like mostly loving it.
I'm happy for Lucia too, or I'm gonna call her Lucia. Okay, like it's actually I change it. Sometimes I call her Lucia. Sometimes I call her Lucia. Like it just depends on the day.
I know this series has just gotten like so much hate, and she's gotten so much hate over the years. I'm very, very happy to see people like accepting it right now, and that it's like made it in the right hands.
Yeah, she really deserves the attention. Okay, so before we like get into like chatting about it, we kind of want to like disclaim that some people have already continued reading and have read on to Twist and Dismount. So we want to keep this spoiler free of those 2 books. So we're only focusing on Balance, Execution, and Release, because it's one of those addicting series that you can sit and binge the entire thing at one time. So we just don't want to spoil it for other people. So if we can keep all of the comments to the 3 books, that would be wonderful. And then in 2 weeks, we'll talk about the last 2, and then we can kind of like combine it as a whole and gush about the entire thing. But let's talk what we thought about it. So McKay, and Caitlin have already read the series. Mm-hmm. This is like my second time going through, and I'm kind of like skimming. Well, I read full through Balance and Execution, but I kind of like skimmed through Release because it's still fresh in my head. But what do you guys think? Let's get your input, especially for you guys who are just reading it for the first time.
Love it.
Okay, here we go.
Well, I guess we should say, so Release ended, if you're fuzzy, let me just tell you. So Release ended with Rhea getting her medical diagnosis that her kidneys are failing. So, and also like Kova has not found out about her and Hayden sleeping together yet either, even though that did happen at the beginning of Release. So that like fight, everything taking place of that's Twist. So leave that out of here. But everything, Rhea's diagnosis and forward, good to go.
Okay, book 1. I was so angry when I finished it. I'm glad I trusted with McKay. So to keep reading it, I did stop at Release though, so I won't spoil anything. Okay, so Lexi, do you feel comfortable? Like, are you excited to keep going, or are you still struggling? Because I feel like Release is where Kova really starts to like soften up a little bit and come into himself, and like they start to unite a little bit better.
You start to see more of his emotions too.
There's
yeah.
That alone. So wait, so like I want to know too, for you people who like have read it for the first time now, did it feel as taboo as you thought it was going to be? Because that's been like the big speculation between it, is the age gap. Mm-hmm. What do you guys think, McKay, Caitlin?
I mean, it's hard for me now because this is my 3rd reread of it. So like these characters to me, like I feel like I'm almost like missing that tabooness this time around because I have the full picture of their relationship, and like I kind of honestly forget that. I mean, obviously the coach dynamic aspect and the age gap aspect of it is taboo, but to me, I'm just like, these 2 are soulmates, and like with having the full picture, I don't know. I don't really feel like it seems taboo to me personally anymore, but it is still very taboo. Like I get it.
Right.
I would agree.
But I think maybe if you're not used to reading age gaps too, but age gap is so common now in romances, so it's not as taboo as it was, you know, which is good that she's getting all this hype now. 4 stars, Nikki. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go, girl. Hi, Lizelle. Okay, that's interesting. So I'm assuming you've read all the way through. I feel like it's definitely like there's the most tension between them. Mm-hmm.
I think it's probably my favorite of these early 3.
Same.
Yeah. Kova just did not shine in this book. Even though
No.
also like even in the beginning when she was just like, no, forget you, like I'm telling you I'm done with you, like we're not talking anymore, this is over, and he just keeps showing up and she just keeps falling for it, and I'm like, you're so gullible, but I would probably do the same thing. Like if this big Russian man was like, Malish, look at me right now, look at me,
Open your legs.
yeah. Okay,
Done.
whatever you say.
Tell me twice.
I know. Well, okay, how about that scene though in the office?
Oh my gosh.
Katya when she comes in afterwards.
Rent free.
That hurts so bad.
Oh my god.
Rent free.
So good.
It's okay. I am obsessed and I love it so much.
He's so gentle with her in Release. He just wants to be there for her, and he's not pushy. Like he really learns to how not to be like so like alpha with her in that one. And like he does push her at certain times, but it's truly because he's worried about her and not because like he wants to control her at all. I feel like that's where I'm like people do start to see him like turn in a little bit of redemption.
Well, he's being more sensitive to her feelings. I think he knows he screwed up. He knows he screwed up and he's got to explain himself and make up for it.
Major groveling has to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the Notebook.
Okay. That's like the best thing that they could do for him. I think that gave him a lot of points. Yeah. Yeah. That's very true. Yeah, but she's so young.
I think somebody asked me, they were like, how could he not know she was a virgin? They were like, wasn't there blood? And I'm like, hey, she told him she wasn't a virgin and she's in gymnastics, so maybe that's why she was bleeding. Who was the man to not believe the girl?
Well, he thought he just went hard on her.
Right.
I thought I just was too rough. Which is perfectly understandable, but
Balance to me is the slowest one in the series, so I agree with that.
When I first read Balance, I gave it 4 stars, but then when I went back and reread it, I bumped it up. But
me too. Okay. Yeah. So I honestly love the gymnastics part of it. It does not. I think it's so interesting too, and I think that's one of the things. Like when you finish the series, you see what a big part it had, in their entire relationship. Like this foundation, and it, develops this unity between them that is important. Like talking like this is some sophisticated thing that, yeah. Yeah. I'm not going to lie. I think when I first read it too, I was like, is it her birthday yet? Is it her birthday yet? Like just waiting to celebrate something.
Rhea was definitely stubborn and it was annoying at times. I think I said that in my vlog, but also I was like, I have to remember she's like only 17? I'm like, nobody listens at 17.
Yeah.
No.
But her circumstances were different too, like living on your own, and that alone is strange. Yeah. Even though like you didn't really see a whole lot of her dad's relationship with him. You know what I mean? Like you don't know what it was like before, other than they knew each other.
Yeah.
How have you guys pictured Rhea's dad? Because I always pictured him as like some pudgy, balding man, but he's literally not. Like he's described as being like handsome, but for some reason I picture him as being like, I don't know.
I picture him with like a buzz cut and like a poofy mustache.
I think me too, Caitlin. I think me too. Like just like made from money, like an older. Yeah. I don't know. But then when you hear like him and her mom or her adopted mom or whatever you want to call her, it's like he scored another one. So he must be something.
Hot in the pants.
Yes.
It's addictive. Yes.
Right. Then you just forget about it and you're like just caught up in them.
What?
I agree with that a little bit.
Right.
she acts older and just more mature. Because the thing is, like, I don't think any of us have done like sports at the level like she's doing. So I'm sure like living away from home and she comes from money and she's in this intense situation and like her dreams of the Olympics are like so intense. She just doesn't act like how other teenagers at her age would act.
Yeah.
Yeah, what Lexi said.
Yeah. Okay.
We're just waiting. Someone write that. Why choose?
Caitlin, when we were in our Smut Club live show last night, we were talking about like dads and like the weird names that they put in books, and we're like, well, my dad's name is Ron, so and her dad's name is Bob, so I don't think they're gonna be writing books about a Ron and a Bob anytime soon.
Bob, Ron.
What's your dad's name, Caitlin?
Calvin.
Calvin's kind of hot though.
Yeah, actually, I would. Yeah,
Oh,
I could see a
ew.
Calvin hero.
Ron, Bob, and Calvin. Every time I think of Calvin, I think of Like Mike. That was like my
Calvin.
jam.
Oh
Yeah,
my God.
Calvin Cambridge.
Oh, loved that movie.
I know. I try to get my kids to watch it.
I always wanted to do geometry on the walls. Like
I know.
You taste funny. You taste funny. That shit was so sad. I was like, I bet she do taste funny.
Yeah, but I was kind of like that scene just like kind of irritated me that he even did that. I'm just like, stop.
It's like he was terrorizing her for no reason.
Yeah,
well, like he couldn't say no, and then all of a sudden you're like almost there, and then you're just like, get off of me. Like, might as well go all the way.
true. I think especially after in Release when he talks about like how him and Katya have always like been friends and how he was like her protector in the situation that he rescued her from. It did for a second make me be kind of like, you did her so dirty. But then I remember what she does later on in the series, and I'm kind of like, I don't feel bad for you.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I love that video scene.
Mm-hmm. My jaw dropped so many times. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much, yeah. Melissa, you flew through these books. I was like,
I did.
She was not kidding. She's going for it. The office scene, yeah. Still.
I was just like, it was like secondhand embarrassment is what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is like, especially if you've never read it before, it's gonna tear them up with Twist and Dismount. I just sobbed all of Dismount, just cried. I think, McKay, I remember sending you voice memos like,
Oh
God. I can't wait to talk about that.
Me too.
I know.
Mm-mm-mm.
Hey, girl, hey.
Hello.
Start over.
I'm all right with that.
Yeah, the Plan B stuff, like
Oh
that. I think that
I was so mad. I was like, girl, how many times you gonna keep taking this?
Yeah, even rereading it too, you really realize it even more. I'm like, she's popping it like candy.
But I was like, this is like, even when like her best friend Avery was trying to tell her, like, that's when I really felt her age, because I'm just sitting here like, how like these things happen. Like, why are you not using condoms, a pill? Like, there are options.
Mm-hmm. And then COVID just keeps it in his office drawer. Like, oh, here, let me just shove some at you. Like,
here you go.
Yeah,
he gets that shit in Costco bulk and just keeps.
Yeah.
I got some on this side for her, got some on the other side for Katya.
Like, what the hell?
Okay, so I've heard mixed reviews on the audiobooks.
I didn't like them personally.
Yeah,
I didn't like the females like accent for Kova, so I couldn't listen to them, reread them on audio.
Was the male narrator? Did he?
I don't think there is a male narrator. I think when I tried to listen to Balance, it was just a woman, and she did like Kova's Russian accent, and I immediately turned it off.
Oh, that's right, because it's only Ria's POV.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't do it.
Oh yeah, when he kept calling her Malish, the New Year's Eve thing, I'm like, no, about to pour my drink all over you.
Can we randomly talk about in the first book, the first time I realized truly how sexy he was when she walked in on him doing gymnastics. I don't know why I
Girl,
loved that scene so much.
I know.
Like the way
yes.
his muscles were rippling and she was just standing there watching, and I was like, I need a scene like this in every book.
Yes,
Yes.
and you literally could envision the entire thing too.
Mhm. It was just vivid. I don't know why that scene was just so vivid.
And then when they're at that one competition and he comes up to her room and he's talking, but he has the baseball hat on, I was like, yes, I can't.
Yes. Yes,
Unwell.
and then she's taking pictures of him.
Oh my God. I would
know.
too.
I know.
Delicious.
No, she climbs in his lap, right? And he
Mhm.
takes a picture of them together. I'm like,
He's so sweet.
I just love them. I just love them.
Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Rhea had her problems just as equally as Kova did.
I feel like especially in Release, like when you see her just really neglecting her health and like when it's really going downhill and very obviously that it's going downhill, I think that's really hard. Like that's frustrating to watch. But then at the same time, it's like, but do you actually want her to stop? No, like we want to see her achieve her dream, but maybe call the doctor back.
It was so
Right.
hard to watch.
Yeah, but then at the same time, she's still so young too. So like, I don't think that level of responsibility is always there. So then that makes you think like, okay, if you're not responsible enough to take care of your health, how can you be in like such a big type relationship? Obviously, what Kova is wanting, you don't have a whole lot of, I don't know. She just sometimes I really loved her, and sometimes I just was like, you need like he deserves better, honestly. But then he would do something stupid, and I'm like, no, you both deserve each other. You're terrible, but I love you.
Oh, you're gonna see the outcome of her sleeping with Hayden.
You just wait for it.
Wait for it.
See, okay, I pictured Frank not as a hot mafia man. I pictured him as an ugly mafia old man.
Yeah. Like, wait, what's that? That man. What's that man in the like? I can't remember what movie it is where he literally has like the buzz down here and he's got like the sideburns.
Yes.
Like, big belly. And what movie is that from?
I'm saying that's what I pictured him as.
Is that like Minions? The Minions or something? No, it's something.
She's like the Minions.
Wait, is there a man like that in the Minions? There's some kids movie that has this guy. I don't even know. I don't even know.
That's hilarious.
I've been reading it physically. Well, ebook.
Same.
Yeah, because I'm annotating.
Copy. Other
Hayden.
boy.
Hey. Yeah, I want to know what everybody thought about Hayden, because in the beginning, I really thought Hayden was going to be like this big thing that was going to like come between them, like love triangle-ish. But like honestly, it's not really that. I'm not feeling that like strong towards them together. It was.
I didn't really like care for Hayden. I think I was happy that being at the age she was and the age that Kova was, I guess I could say I'm happy she got to have another sexual experience with someone her age, which I feel like what the purpose of that was, even though we all know she did it to get revenge on Kova. I'm glad she did it, because the thing is, I feel like in the beginning of the book, he was still sleeping with Katya, right?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, let her go out there and get hers, and then obviously we know she don't really want Hayden, but she could say she did it.
Yeah, remember when he would say stuff to her like, oh, well, it's okay, I have you today, or, right now, but, like, I'm not going to have you tonight, or something like, it's not going to be you with me tonight. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sucks that the audio's not out for that yet.
I wonder when that one's coming out.
She said I think a couple weeks.
Really?
On my ultimate fan cast for her death. So I promise I'm not ignoring. I'm just trying to find the exact picture from my brain.
Okay, yes. This was
I agree.
This was very annoying. It was a low blow. I mean,
it's just the way he because you knew something was coming when they were like together the night before, and he kept saying, I guess what we then realized he was saying sorry, but then she walked in and I was just like, Oh, my heart was breaking for her. More secondhand embarrassment because it's just like, Katya like knows or suspects what's going on between them, and she's just like flashing the ring and everything, and he's just like, "Look at me," and she's like, "Fuck no."
Yeah, I don't know. That was like not his best moment. It was not his
No.
best moment.
Well, like we were saying, for Reagan to be like, "Damn, girl, like it's bad."
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So many mixed
Yeah.
signals. But like it was coming from both of them too. Like she was so hot and cold with him, even like with her feelings, like I don't want anything to do with you, Kova. Leave me alone. We're
Mhm.
done. I'm over this. I can't do it again. And then like he calls her Malish, and she's
Melting.
She's falling at his feet again. Yeah. I know. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I think I kind of felt like that the first time. I saw things differently the second time reading it, which maybe is not good, but it bothered me more because I'm like, you are being a scumbag and she doesn't deserve that, but also
That was the thing for me. I was like, okay. I was like, Kova, you are invested in her career as a gymnast, and if you see she's too stupid to use protection, you're a grown ass man. Like, buy this chick a birth control pill, not the Plan B pill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And why was that never even a thought?
Because he liked raw dogging it. I mean, he said it.
But I mean, like the birth control. Why was that never even a thought?
Well, because she even went to her doctor, and her doctor was like, mentioned something about birth control, and I'm like, right then and there, you could have been like, "Hey, can I have some?"
Mm-hmm.
Problem solved.
Yeah,
because I don't think the Plan B helped with like her health diagnosis stuff either.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
you're not supposed to take it that many times.
We should look that up.
You get a Plan B.
What happens?
You get a Plan B. You all get a Plan B.
Wait, what do you want me to look? How many times you get? How many Plan Bs you can take?
Yeah, what happens if you succeed a limit? I don't know.
Can you take it a month? Oh, that's a frequently asked question. Let's see.
What are folks doing?
You can take it more than once a month, but we do not recommend using it as a main form of birth control.
Okay.
I love his tattoo.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. I love his twist tattoo. That was me trying to wink. You don't get it? You don't get it?
Oh, wait. Say it again.
Oh.
No,
Guys,
say it again.
Guys, I said I love his twist tattoo.
Oh, yeah. Oh, speaking of, for the people who are mad that he was married, do y'all now see that he's wearing a wedding ring on the cover of Release?
Mm-hmm.
Because I didn't notice that until I finished the series. And then I messaged Lucia, and she was like, you'd be surprised at how many people did not realize that he was wearing a wedding ring. And I basically told y'all he was married before you started the series. And I was like, yeah, I don't pay attention.
Yeah, I don't always pay attention to details like that until afterwards.
I just was too busy looking at his abs.
Those videos that she posts for like from their shoot, I'm like, humana.
They are the perfect models.
Yeah. Yes. Perfect.
Oh, is it up?
He's cute. He's like an elderly, cute little man.
He's like an elf.
He has like black hair, like jet black hair. It's shaved down the middle, mustache, like huge belly.
Wait, are you thinking of the little insurance guy from The Incredibles?
Oh, I thought you meant like Jack. I'm like,
I think his name was Bob on The Incredibles, the insurance guy.
I don't know.
Oh my god, and my dad works in insurance, so it's just a Bob thing, I guess.
This is gonna drive me nuts. She does. One of the things I love the most about her too is she's so down to earth. Like, and you see her videos on Instagram where she's just like making her kids lunches. And I'm like, you're my spirit animal because we need more of that.
I literally almost cried when we met her in Orlando.
She's so little. I just like towered over her.
We're both just like,
I love you.
Let me take you home with me. Come.
You know. Yeah.
Now Hayden did put it down. Now he did put it down in the bedroom, but also, I mean, it wasn't Kova.
No.
I think I just liked him being there for her more as a friend than anything,
Yes.
and I would have been happy if it stayed that way.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, like the experience part for Rhea, I think was necessary, and if it wasn't from him, someone else, if not. But I think that was good for her too, because she did have a trust in him, and
Yeah.
a little bit of revenge won't hurt anybody.
And Hayden wasn't mad at it. He knew they weren't gonna be together, but he was like, "Shoot,
Yep.
who am I to turn down a pretty woman?"
I brought up too many bags of ice for this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But here's the thing: I have no interest in a book with him. Like I couldn't
me
care.
neither.
Me either.
I don't care about him or Holly.
I was gonna say Holly, I could care less. Even Reagan, I could
I
care
don't care
less.
about none of them.
No.
But I kind of like that though. Like they don't have this huge part of the story where it's more focused on the two of them, but they just kind of play small background roles. Because sometimes it's like that where you're like, okay, they're super like Xavier and Avery. Like, you know that they're getting a book because they're a little bit more heavy in the storyline, but still not enough to take away from Rhea and Kova.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I'll finish that food later. Just pack it up for me.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
To me, that was their best sex scene, like in like those 3 books, because it was just like so intense in terms of like the emotions, because like he knew what she was going to be walking into the next day. So like he was like putting his heart and soul into it.
Yeah. That I just remember crying through that scene. Not because I knew what was coming, but like knowing that something is coming. You know what I mean? There's a bomb about to drop. It's like saying goodbye. Yeah.
I need to go back and listen to the voice notes I sent McKay.
Yeah, Lexi. I did that too.
I Googled it too. I was like, what does this mean? I'm looking for like a footnote or something. I said, are they going to tell us what this means?
Now I want everything that says Malish on it because
Saisies.
She needs to make Malish merch, and how she said that like she was planning on it. I was like, oh, bitch.
Did you see that sweatshirt? I think I sent it to you, McKay.
So yeah.
Did you see
that was really
the tie-dye one? She shared it in her stories. I don't even know where it came from though.
I think someone who has like a shop just made like a one-off for her. But if they were selling that, I'd be buying it.
I'd be all up in it. I want one. Yeah.
Yeah. That
hurt.
There's so many bombs that were dropped. It's like
straight up no. Don't read it. But join us at the live show for me to rage about it. But
10 out of 10 don't recommend.
Thank you. Next. Tori.
So glad you're on the dark side with us now.
I know. And I'm so glad you didn't give up, Tori. That you're still reading. Yeah.
Yes. That's why it didn't bother me, because I was like, he did it for a reason.
Yep. 1000%.
Yeah.
Because you don't find out the reason till Twist, right?
It's like the end of Twist too.
Yeah, like the full reasons.
Yeah. And even still, you need more in Dismount.
I think that might have been one of my favorite scenes of like their scenes. That was so good.
He's just a little caveman and
so possessive.
Yeah, it's really sexy.
I just love the tension between them though when they're like training, like while she's practicing and stuff, because like she's focused, he's focused, yes, but like when he's touching her and like correcting her hips or like just watching her while she does her thing, like I'm just like, all this tension.
I know. Yeah. Okay, this is something that drove me absolutely off the wall too. How can you ignore such like big signs like this that something's wrong with you? Even like the stuff with her Achilles, where she would just keep going and keep pushing herself and not trying to find help. Like you're not going to get any better. Something's wrong. Which I think is a part of immaturity too, and not wanting
Well,
to
it's
take
also like when you're younger or because I mean, I've done this before too, where it's like if you know you're gonna like get bad news or you think like the result is not gonna be in your favor, it's like, well, the longer I don't go to the doctor or don't ask about it, then I don't have to have an answer. Because she's like, I don't want to hear anything that's gonna tell me I can't keep practicing.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And even at the end of release, when she does get the diagnosis, and immediately she's like, well, I'm not stopping. Like, I can put off
Right.
treatment for a couple months. And they're like, no, you like can't do that. And she was like, oh no, I'll be fine. Like, you can just tell that like she doesn't
She's
want
in
to hear
denial.
it. So she's not letting herself hear it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so frustrating though. That's so frustrating.
Mm.
I think more so in the beginning, I'm thinking like, I don't want this girl to die. Like,
Yeah.
please don't kill her. Wait, what was that? I'm sorry, I didn't even read that.
Habitual plan B.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever used a condom.
No, they
Ever.
literally never do.
Ever.
That just like doesn't exist in their world.
Even Avery was just like, girl, what are you doing?
Yeah. Her and Hayden used one for the first time, but then the second round he didn't have a second one, and they didn't use the one a second time.
This girl. She was taking that Motrin like candy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Motrin and Plan B. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's a spoiler?
Man.
What's a spoiler? What are we talking about?
I think this was back when we were talking about the ring.
The ring. Yes.
I didn't even notice.
Dang, am I that far behind?
Oh, that A on the twist. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready.
Mm-hmm.
That's the tattoo I was talking about. Yeah.
It's a tattoo of sorts.
That scene. Okay, we're
You
not
mean
gonna
that
talk about
those like 50 chapters?
Right?
Yes.
Right? When I told her how many pages it was one time, she was like, really? And I'm like, yeah, you wrote that.
Yeah. I didn't even realize it.
World's longest scene.
Love it. I do love how that's just how she writes, how her chapters carry over into one another. And I think because you're it's so fleshed out and everything, like you follow Rhea from day to day, kind of like an after, like you follow Tessa, like from the morning she wakes up to the moment she goes to bed. And it kind of does the same thing with these. And I really like that because I feel like it puts you right in the story with the character rather than kind of being like an outside perspective.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel like time noted. It just feels, it just flows. And it feels like
flows continuously.
Yeah. Yes. She's amazing.
Lucia.
Guys, I lost my place.
Cheyenne's like, how far behind am I?
I'm just trying to make sure I get everybody. We're all back on her Instagram stories, which was a while ago. Avery and his brother, yeah.
Rhea was dumb for not noticing about Avery and Xavier. I'm like, girl.
She's in her own little world. She's in her own world.
I'm like, girl, it's obvious.
Yeah.
Hello.
Their book is going to be so toxic.
Oh my god, I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's not releasing in February anymore, right?
I don't think so.
Like she doesn't have a date for it yet.
I think because she's still trying to finish The Beautiful and the Damned, right?
I think so, because she hasn't released that either.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think she said the title of what her next release is going to be, and it wasn't that. The Beautiful and the Damned. So I don't know what her I don't know.
She's supposed to have that done in like November.
Tori's comment. I need answers. Tori was so mad. That mess had me cracking up last night.
Tori, your review, like get the fuck out of here. Oh my god, I was dying. Honestly, which maybe I'm gonna get hate for this, like I kind of like don't care that much about Avery and Xavier. I mean,
I'm not as excited for them as Kova and Rhea.
Yeah.
I just think their story will be written well because it's Lucia Franco.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's it.
Yeah.
But there wasn't like enough to them that we saw throughout the whole series where I was like, oh, this is gonna be so good between them. I can't wait to read this. But I'm gonna read it and I'm probably gonna love it.
Same.
Yep. Mm-mm.
Oh,
I'm
wait,
sorry
I
to
keep
you.
what is I know. Jesse, me and Caitlin both live in Florida too. And I read it. When did I read it? Over the summertime? Caitlin, when did you read for the first time?
Between August and October, I think,
Okay.
according to Goodreads. I'd have to go back and look. I binged the hell out of those books.
Mm-hmm.
Same, Lexi.
Yeah, save yourself.
Execution and Twist have the worst cliffhangers.
Mm-hmm.
The
Yep.
twist one is bad. But they're
I would
all
argue the Twist one is worse than Execution.
Oh,
really.
I would agree with that, Caitlin.
See, I think the twist one just affected me differently because I was like, we have one more book. Like, you better make it count. You better make it count.
Yeah, that ain't coming until Twist.
If everyone had healthy communication, it'd be boring.
Right?
Right.
We need the toxicness.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Tori's hilarious.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
The way he could balance it just did it for me.
And then the times where he was really struggling, like when he was stretching her or something, and he like wants to be professional, but how can you be professional?
Wait, we forgot the scene where they like, did he give her an orgasm from touching her, and she was just kind of like, "What was that?"
Yes,
the first time, yeah.
And he's looking at her like, "What the fuck did I just do?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Is she 12?" She's like, "What was that?" I was like, you know, I said the same thing when I first had sex, so I can't talk about her because I said the same thing when I first had sex. I was like, "What was that?" So it's okay. It's relatable.
I'm pretty sure my first time was not like that.
I didn't even know what was in me, child. Let's erase this from the line. I'm just kidding.
Not
true
memorable.
Story. Though. True story.
I thought you were about to go on a story like for story time. Like, are we doing that? Are we doing
no.
I can go into heavy detail, and I will. I will go into heavy detail.
I will give it all to you.
Yeah, and this is like totally
exactly.
Yeah, that's point exactly right there. She's just pushing it off because she didn't want to lose her opportunity. And I think the pressure of like being older and wanting to be in the Olympics and being one of the oldest ones, which doesn't sound like, it sounds strange because she's technically so young, but
for her sport, she's
old. What your body goes through.
I will say, as the series gets on, she does get better as a gymnast, and I liked growing with her because I think I said in my vlog, and I was like, you know, I'm happy she started getting better because in the beginning I was like, this girl is mediocre.
Yeah.
What she got going for her?
Right? She ain't doing nothing. She did get much better.
And one of my favorite, actually, like across the whole entire series, but it's just seeing them together at meets. Like that's truly my favorite relationship moments of theirs is seeing them at meets and how they just like are so synced with each other and truly are just such a team. Like the way that she writes those scenes, they just like they hit so different than anything else in the series.
There's like this grounding that happens between them, and it's so like, if you don't read it, you don't understand. It's hard to explain, but like it's like as soon as they make eye contact and he says his little you inhale, I exhale, just like you got this, girl, you got this. I'm like,
they're a team.
Little hype man. But like, no, but really, take the gold.
Yeah.
Love that tattoo.
Where
are they at the end of release? Have they made up by then?
No, Avery reached out to Rhea when she was off at the second training camp and was like, like, I miss you, whatever. And Rhea said, like, I don't have time to talk right now, but I miss you too. And I want to catch up, but they haven't like, so yet.
Yeah.
I mean, Avery was just keeping too many secrets, but like, I'm like, girl, you can't be that mad at Rhea. Cause like, look at all the stuff you're not telling her.
Yeah.
Her chapters are very short.
Love it.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
that Instagram, it'll get you.
These books are thick.
Huge. Huge.
I
think
love the original copies. Those are my favorite.
Oh, yeah. Some of my favorite covers of all time, like my favorite people covers, they're just perfect.
they're perfect, literal perfectness.
Did you see the new ones, like with like the tool?
The like discreet ones or whatever.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
actually really like them.
Yeah. I mean, I'll end up
I-
buying them anyways.
Yeah.
Mm.
I think I read Balance because somebody had like gifted it to me, and then like halfway through Balance, I went on Amazon and like bought the last 4, and I was like, I'm doing it.
I remember I had bought Balance the ebook for because I did a Ban for Bin Taboo reading vlog. It was like one of my first videos I ever did on my channel. And then I was finishing up that vlog and then I was ready to dive back into the series. And then like the night before I was like going to start them again, they all got banned again off of Amazon. So I quick like got on and purchased all the ebooks while I still could. But then Amazon had again like they got wiped off again. And I think that was the last time they were banned. So hopefully never again. But
I feel like they'll make an appearance, maybe.
Mhm.
Because it depends on the timeline of like when she starts it. I personally don't like crossover though, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Mm. I forgot that scene. There.
I know. Hold on.
It was something sweet.
do you have it? Because I do have that scene tab.
Do you have it? I was gonna say because I was gonna look and see if I highlighted it. You have your physical in front of you?
Yep. Okay, but okay, so we're looking for them on geez, it's just
So many tabs.
I'm gonna keep going with comments. I know, but you know what? I think it was good for her actually. I didn't understand it, and then her sitting there and being able to watch them, it made sense. Like being a spectator other than participating.
She still had her best interest at heart.
Yeah, and she didn't see it at the time. I think throughout the whole series, like there's these hidden moments where he really does, and then you kind of see it all together in the end. You're like, okay.
I'm looking for any Russian and I don't see any
Oh,
Russian.
I see it. It's on page 401.
Oh, I was still a couple pages back. Oh, well, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that.
What did it mean? What does it mean? Lexi, tell us what it means. Alexa.
Should I pull up my Google Translate? Hold on.
Things I cannot say to you.
Yeah. And I knew that it would be different for you this time, Tori, but I feel like the first time probably put like a really bad taste in your mouth. And you're like, no, I get it. I saw that.
I think it's going to be dark and
The
disturbed.
book box. It's going to be hard to beat what they already have. So.
Okay. I love you, but that can't change anything. Okay. Probably sounded better out of his mouth.
Yeah. But like, oh, see, that frustrates me at the same time because I'm like, you can change things, Kova. You can.
Mm-hmm.
But he has
well, we saw what happened. We saw what happened when they tried to change things in Twist and Dismount, guys.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Yeah, Rhea got to get some help.
Oh, I didn't even need to translate. Oh.
Shh.
Mm-hmm.
We don't talk about.
Oh Lord, that's in Twist. Spoiler, that's in Twist.
We don't talk about Bruno right now, okay, guys?
At all. You got to read that scene for yourself. Oh, I loved when he cussed that mama out.
Mm-hmm.
Can we just talk about the mom because
I can't stand her.
Trash.
Oh, how's there so much hate in one person? She
throw her away.
Yep.
like the dresses when she was picking out the dresses for the New Year's Eve party. I'm like, go Hayden first off for being like, screw that. Like that scene was so good with him, but that was just awful.
Yeah.
You can tell she's like either jealous or just does not like her daughter.
I'm like, you're jealous of a teenager, Joy. Really?
Come on now.
But to praise her friends and then just like completely pretend like she doesn't exist and she's nothing. I mean, do you have some feelings for her as a child, and like, do you care at all? Do you have any compassion?
That's embarrassing for you, Joy. Honestly.
Yep.
Right. You just made a fool of yourself. Yeah, the mom.
Yeah.
We hate the mom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. In books too, they drive me nuts.
Garbage.
Yeah.
Rhea didn't
I'm like,
have
Joy would take a
ounce of
picture.
fat.
Yeah, no, Joy would think I would belong in a zoo if she saw me in real life then compared to
Girl,
Rhea.
she would probably cook me and save me for next winter.
He's not the vibe.
I'm gonna freezer bag her away and keep her safe. Yeah.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, and even like I can never say her name. Is it Katya?
I call her Katya.
Even like just like her energy throughout the first 3 books too, you can tell she knows something. She knows something, and it was like, yeah, something's going on with her because she's always playing the victim, and I'm like, you've got stuff under your sleeve that
Yup.
You don't deserve him either. And then he would just like sit there and like praise her and be like, oh, you're so beautiful, like touch all over her. You can rein it in a little bit, Kova. You can rein it in.
A little bit.
Like the way she would say he was staring at her, like looking down at her chest too. I'm like, oh, infuriating.
Frank is the pot calling the kettle black.
He really is, though.
Like, I'm gonna just tell you by the end of the series, I ain't like Frank.
No.
But as a father, I can understand where he was coming from in terms of like as a parent, but still, he was doing too much.
Agreed.
She was young.
Yeah, I think she was, because I think then we find out that was she like 17 when she got pregnant and then 18 when she had her or something?
Yeah, so like that's why she didn't say anything, because he would have had to go to jail or something, I think she said, because she was technically underage.
Yeah, so it's like, Frank.
Shut up, Frank.
You got no leg to stand on here.
Ugh. I can't stand that man.
No. Oh, Tori, just wait. Twist is just like brutal.
She gonna really hit rock bottom.
But Kova's there though. Like, you know what I mean? It's like you can be in rock bottom all day as long as that man picks you up. Okay.
Yeah.
Love it.
Oh. I'm just thinking about the rope climbing scene. Oh my god. I'm like so excited to get to that scene again.
I know. All the scenes. It's like
everything.
The airport scene and dismount too.
Sobbed. Crying. Crying.
Who was for one of you guys? I had to look up when that scene was because you were like, he needs to be here. I was like,
you're like, you're almost there. You're almost there. You're almost there. And I was like, what is happening?
I was crying.
Right
I cried.
I just sobbed that entire book. So I think it was just like the build up from Twist too.
It's so good.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Hey, that's a good way.
That makes sense.
Yeah. Did you think like the storyline of like of Holly and that coach, did you think that was pointless, or do you think it like
I thought it was pointless.
Yeah. I kind of was like, what was the point of that?
I didn't care for Holly and Hayden to have substance.
I kind of wonder if it was, I don't know if it was in the original version. Well, although granted, she didn't get to release. She only got to balance and execution. But I'd be interested to know if that was a plan all along, or if it was after all the controversy, she added that in to be like, to compare Rhea and Kova to. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, she
we don't like
always,
her.
yeah. Oh, sorry, I'm just moving this real quick. She always just plays victim. Like, you're a grown woman.
Sit down somewhere.
Okay. Hi.
Hey, yo, let's go.
Right, and that's like, and that's what it was. But still, you care so much for someone. Obviously, you can't be like upfront about how you feel about them, but don't like be showy about the person you're claiming to not love. Yeah, you can rein that in a little bit.
Rhea be going through it, dog.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I think, and I hate to say this, but I think seeing her one kind of suck at the beginning of Balance and then seeing everything that she goes through, that only makes Dismount like so much sweeter. And it's like, should she have to go through all of that? No, but it does, I feel like, make a difference.
Yeah, but she did kind of like get this spirit of like, oh, I got this. I can do it. Like, I'm going to be in the Olympics. I'm that good. I can make elite. I can do this. I can do that. And I think she needed to be humbled a little bit too. So
yeah, just a little. They are not good at all. They ain't good.
No. Katya. I think of like the drag queen, you know, like Trixie Mattel and Katya.
Yeah, there really was not. I mean,
I just didn't care enough about that.
No.
It was probably just like another conflict to add in or something.
She could have left that out, and I would.
Well, just felt like the secret that Hayden had with Kova that she wanted to
know. Me too. But also, I don't feel like I missed it.
Tori, the epilogue is in Kova's POV, but that's
Dismount. It's a beautiful epilogue.
It's a pretty long epilogue too.
It is, yeah. Pretty substantial.
Do we get like a different scene from his POV in Out of Bounds? Or was it like journal entries from that from that time?
Yeah, you get more journal entries, and then there's the interview with him that she does. So like you get to hear it straight from him.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, but still, like, just say there's a no dating rule. You don't need a reason behind it.
Same girl.
I mean, you'll be like us in rereading this. Like
I even told McKay, I was like, I had every intention to read, but like kind of skim a little bit since it was so fresh from reading it, and I couldn't. I told you this too, Caitlin. I'm like, I wanted to, but I just like I couldn't. Yeah. The second I started reading, I'm like, I have to go all in.
Sucked back.
Yeah. The only stuff that I've skimmed have been like some of her and Hayden's scenes, just because like I don't care about him.
Yeah.
At all.
Yeah. I thought that too throughout it, and then I think the epilogue really makes up for it, and his letters.
Well, the thing is, because like in addition to it like being a romance, it also focuses on like Rhea's growth as a person and as a gymnast, and I feel like having Kova's POV would have kind of messed with that, because I'm sure all his POV would have been was like how bad he is with Katya and how much he wants Rhea, and the thing is, we can see all of that from Rhea's point of view.
Yeah.
And it would have given too much away. I agree with that.
And his contractions, like the hottest thing ever.
I love it.
Yeah.
You do not know what I put into this, Rhea.
Oh, love it.
Yeah, and I think this is right. It was Rhea's story to tell.
Yeah.
It was.
Tori. We were talking about that. How like we were just
I love
dying
it.
about your commentary. So don't stop.
Keep coming, especially when you get to twist. I need all the messages.
This is the series that I get the most DMs about. Like even before the readathon, like just in general, this is always the series that people DM me the most to say that they're reading, and I will never get sick of it because it's like re-seeing it through
the first time.
Again.
See, people message me about Wolf Hotel, and I'm like, trust the process.
Yeah,
and it's the same with this. Trust the process. Yeah, that's what, like, you think that there's gonna be something between them and there's not, and you're like, okay, that's good.
I do like that she doesn't really ever go there with the love triangle. Like, yes, he's there and like they do hook up, but it's never really like he's never really in the running. Like you never really consider him as an option.
Yeah.
Oh boy, when he find out she slept with him, woo,
excited.
That's scene.
I know. I can't wait.
I cannot. I'm about to go get in the bed and get twisted, flip to that.
About to twist it up tonight.
I'm about to be in the bed like this.
That's getting a tab.
Tab for you. Tab for you.
I have so many tabs because I think that's what Lucia said when we went to Orlando. She was like, "Can I take a picture of your books?" She was like, "I love seeing all the tabs." I was like, "You can have my books."
I so wish that she was going to Book Bonanza or even Chicago.
Same.
Very sad.
Okay, so this is a good point. Like, I would have liked this too, and I've never thought about that. Like scenes of Katja. Yeah, with him like arguing. I would have loved to see like what went on at home behind closed doors between them.
Because we only heard him talk about it a little bit with Rhea in terms of like how cold she was and how like they stopped having sex. But it would have been nice to see kind of their interactions because we know they're bad, but also I want to see how bad they are.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, Sarah.
I still need to read Wolf Hotel.
All of it.
I still need to read it.
So good. Very bingeable.
I love bingeable.
Oh yeah, you haven't read Wolf Hotel? Girl.
I have not.
Cheyenne,
you'll be the first to know when I pick it up.
Henry and Abby, I think I'm feeling rereading it again soon. I was telling myself that the other day. I'm like,
it's just I'm feeling all nostalgic talking about Off Balance, all the
I know. I do it like twice a year. They're such like small books and so easy to read too. Oh, Melissa.
I want all the messages. I'll listen to all the rants. He really didn't believe her, and that shit was so funny because I'm like, oh boy, she ain't.
Yeah, he's not ready for that.
And she like rolls back over in bed and he's like, "I'll kill you too if you slept together." And she's just like,
okay. And I'm like, well, you gonna have to kill her son.
Yeah.
Okay, are you gonna tell your wife that? You gonna tell your wife that because back it up like a dump truck, honey. You can't. Good book.
Yeah.
Okay, the Fisherman series.
Love.
Yes.
Love.
Yes. That's my favorite Jewel book.
Love that duet. Oh. I just got my special editions of it from Bell Box yesterday.
What does it look like?
I don't want to show it just in case people don't want spoilers on here. I can show it to you after like the live.
Okay. I didn't even know she was having a box.
She did. They did like they split up the duet, so it was like the Naked Fisherman and then like Lost Fisherman. It has crosswords on the cover.
Oh, shut up.
It's beautiful. Oh. Yikes.
I literally read that entire duet in a day.
Same. I like, because when I read it, I think when I got done with the first one, the second one had just come out, and I was so happy she released them. Like, I think it was like 1 or 2 weeks between them, and I was like, oh, thank God this is not one of those duets where it's like a month between them, because I needed the rest of it after I finished The Naked Fisherman.
It was like freaking amazing. Yeah, and Jesse, Wolf Hotel by K.A. Tucker. Girl, jump on it.
Jump on it.
Oh my gosh. It's like a CEO billionaire. She goes to work for his company in Alaska, and she like goes to work on a landscaping crew, ends up being like his personal assistant, but it's so much more than that. 4 books, the spiciest that K.A. Tucker has ever wrote. It's amazing. Yeah, so good. It's very like coming into yourself and sexual experiences. Very good. Mm-hmm. They are.
I can't wait till we talk about Twist and Dismount.
Me too.
Good Lord.
I don't love to listen to the audio of my favorite books. That sounds terrible, but like I like to have that like vision in my head. I guess you don't really know if it's going to be your favorite book until you read it for the first time, but
it depends on the narrators for me.
Yeah. But I think like you can create this like world and like what you picture it when you're reading it, you know, this imaginary thing, and it just, I don't know. I love that.
I like Fisherman. Just know the first book is going to be incredibly frustrating.
Yeah. See, I thought the second book was even more frustrating.
Well, it was because of like what happened, but I think the first one, because I know somebody like didn't like. I tried to tell them to keep reading because the thing is like, you know, like I felt like the heroine makes such a personality change from the first to second book in terms of like growing up, similar to like Rhea. Like she just goes through life and gets life experiences, and they're like, I didn't like the heroine in the first book. I was like, she has to grow. She's only 18.
People don't like that. I like McKay. You and I were just saying that because McKay's getting ready to read A Place Without You by Julie Ann.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like have you read that by her?
I haven't read that one.
So the heroine is really immature in the beginning, but she doesn't have she has too much life experience, like where she shouldn't being in high school. She just takes care of her family, and her mom's like deadbeat and things like that. She does, so she needs to like, she wants to experience life after high school. She wants to actually do things and get out, and she doesn't, it's like teacher student. So she doesn't always think of repercussions because she's always had to just do everything on her own. And she has to go through like a process of growing up. And that's the only complaint that people say about the book. But I'm like, you have to look past that.
You have to keep going.
Yeah. I love that.
I like growth.
Yeah.
When I made your banner, Cheyenne, I did really like all of the aesthetic pictures that popped up for that book on Pinterest. So like I kind of had that idea in my head. So I'm very
excited. Volkswagen book or the bus.
The what?
The Volkswagen bus.
Oh, I don't know if I saw that. I remember seeing like music festival pictures were in there, and I was like, oh, I'm excited.
They meet at like Coachella.
Ooh, fun.
Well, I think I read the beginning of this one. I need to finish it. Is it Hannah and Bodhi? Is that one?
Yeah.
Okay, I did start that one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really emotional too, which I wasn't expecting, but it is so fun.
This is always fun.
Yep, you gotta read that.
Read it. I still need to read Hush Hush.
Girl,
and the invitation. Who's that by?
Wait, The Initiation.
That's Nikki Sloan, right?
Yeah, that's The Filthy Rich American. Is that what you mean, Sarah, or are you talking about the only invitation I know is like a V. Keelan?
That's what I was thinking of, and I was like, I don't think I've heard anything by V. Keelan. It's a toss-up for me between Twist. I was gonna say Twist, between Twist and Execution, but I felt like we see the most growth between them and Twist.
Twist is my favorite, but Dismount is like very, 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 very close second.
Yeah, I like Dismount.
I think the culmination of like getting to everything that she worked for is what I loved in Dismount. Like I was like so emotional. And like the last 40% of the book, I was just like, this is what we've been working for.
Those scenes, I think it was more so like how he was speaking to her too. That I'm like,
this is not a spoiler, but like the judges scene in Dismount, so intense. I was like, this man cares about her.
I'm so excited.
I love Teddy Hamilton.
Mm-hmm.
That voice.
I love Sebastian York too. I read The Wrong Bride.
I saw you were talking about it on your story today.
I literally finished it in an entire morning, and I was like having a panic attack the entire time. It was so good. So good. Do you know how like normally when it's like Sister's Fiance or something like that kind of like forbiddenness, you don't normally see like Dancing with Sin, the sister goes on business trips, so there's like times where she's not around a lot. The sister is here the entire time and like involved. So it's just the whole time you're like, oh my God, go away. Go away. Just stop.
I need to read one of her books before Book Bonanza.
I'm probably going to finish her one. I'm reading Until You. I have like 36 minutes left in the audio, so I'm going to finish it tonight during my shower. But
that's like my least favorite, I think.
Yeah, it's like 3.5. It's very solidly at 3.5. I just don't know what I'll do on Goodreads. I'll see how like I feel when I completely finish it. If I round it up or down.
Yeah.
I didn't know what to do with myself when I
finished Georgia. Yes. Georgia is my Jewel hype girl. Did you see that? Blake Lively casted for that?
Yeah.
I don't like it.
It's an interesting choice, I feel like.
Because he's such a pro woman's person that I don't like know why he's playing that character. But also I don't read Coho, so
Hi. Even Blake Lively feels odd to me because not trying to be like that she's old, because she's not like old, but I feel like Lily is like early 20s, and I don't know. I'll be interested to see how it plays out.
I like Blake Lively though.
Yeah, I do too.
She's a solid actress. Okay, so that must be V. Keelan then?
What are we talking about?
It was like the invitation.
Oh yeah, yes. Yeah, that's the invitation. Yes, where she pretends to have an invite and she crashes a wedding, leaves her phone.
Arcs for Powerless are tomorrow, Cheyenne. I wish I was not working tomorrow.
I have so much to do tomorrow, and like it's the readathon too, and I'm like, can I count this for KU because it's
yes,
gonna
you can.
It'll be on KU eventually. So
eventually,
on February 10th, it's fine.
Yeah, girl, say it with your chest.
That's like my new favorite by her.
I can't wait till you get to meet her at Book Bonanza.
Like there's moments where like I don't even know why I'm telling you this, not like you care, but like they're sitting at this show and he's in the middle and like each sister is on one side and like one is whispering things in his ear and the other one's sitting there like crying and I'm like I can't take this. I can't take this. It was
like having an attack over
there.
there.
It's like the dual narration in the audiobook, so like you hear his voice in like her chapters too.
Ooh.
It was just so good. So good. I hope I'm selling this.
Well, it's gonna be her and her husband.
That's weird to me.
The Green Lantern.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Gossip Girl and the Green Lantern with Jane the Virgin. Such a great combo.
There's so many read-alongs going on right now. We like the three of us don't have one planned after this, but I mean, are you guys in any read-alongs or anything?
Not right now. After this one, not right now.
I mean, there's the Six of Crows duology reread at the end of February, but I don't know about y'all, but I'm ready to take a break from some read-alongs. So
the year started with a lot of read-alongs, a lot of new releases. I'm just back to the mood reading.
Yeah. I feel like I'm already like swamped for February, but it's more so books that I want to read.
Yes,
new releases and things like that.
Maybe when Xavier and Avery's duet gets released, we'll do like a read-along or something. But
eventually,
yeah, but
or like a live show after we've read it or something.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I don't really have anything else to say. Do you guys?
Get ready for
Oh.
Twist.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Wait,
y'all.
what is the date? February 9th?
Yeah, I think so. I have my planner. Hold on. I think it's February 9th. I think, is it another Thursday?
Yeah, at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, 7 Central.
Yes. Yep.
So excited for that one.
Cool.
Awesome,
Yep. So
cool.
February 9th, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, we'll do the Twist and Dismount live show on McKay's channel.
Mhm.
We'll post about that whenever it goes up. And then, yeah, then we can gush about all of them. Full spoilers and everything.
Oh, so ready.
Excited.
So ready.
It's going to be good. It's going to be good. If you've been sending us commentary, please continue because we love it.
Continue. Especially the end of Twist. Please, somebody
Yeah.
message me.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
1000%.
Yeah. All right, guys. So thank you for joining. And I guess we'll see you next time. Wait, are you guys also doing Out of Bounds? We're not including it in the read along, but I mean,
if you read it, we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yep. All right. See you guys next time. Bye.
Good night.
Bye.